Imagine walking through one of the cleanest cities on Earth with an empty coffee cup in your hand. Minutes turn into hours. You search train stations, parks, busy streets, but you can't find a public trash can. Welcome to Japan.
Every year, millions of tourists experience this strange problem. Yet despite having remarkably few public trash cans, Japan remains famous for its clean streets.
So what's the secret? Was it because of a deadly terrorist attack, or is there a much deeper reason? Let's find out.
The strange part is that Japan does have trash cans. You'll find them inside convenience stores, near some vending machines, at stations, and in other specific locations. But compared with many cities around the world, public bins are surprisingly difficult to find. And this creates a strange situation for visitors. You buy a drink from a vending machine, finish it, and suddenly you're carrying the empty bottle around. So why did Japan end up this way? The most common explanation points to one terrifying day in 1995. March 20th, 5 subway trains in Tokyo were attacked with sarin gas. The attack killed 14 people and injured thousands. Afterwards, security concerns changed the way public spaces were managed, including the removal of many trash cans. But here's the important part. The sarin attack didn't single-handedly create Japan's trash can problem. The story actually goes much deeper. If the 1995 attack wasn't the whole reason, what actually keeps Japan clean? We'll cover 1. School cleaning culture. 2. Personal responsibility. 3. Strict waste separation. 4. Social pressure. But Japan's cleanliness isn't really about trash cans. It starts much earlier. In Japanese schools, students often participate in cleaning their own classrooms and shared spaces. The lesson is simple. The space you use is also your responsibility. That idea continues into everyday life. People are expected to deal with their own waste instead of simply leaving it in public spaces. And Japan has another major factor: waste separation. Depending on where you live, garbage can be divided into categories like burnable waste, cans, bottles, plastics, and paper. So throwing something away isn't always as simple as finding the nearest bin. The system expects people to know what they're throwing away and where it belongs. And when millions of people follow those habits every day, something interesting happens. A city doesn't need a trash can on every corner to stay clean. Japan's cleanliness isn't simply because people are clean, but there's another piece of the puzzle: social pressure. In Japan, littering isn't just about breaking a rule, it's about how your behavior affects everyone around you. That pressure can be surprisingly powerful. And there's a practical side too. Some convenience stores have reduced or removed outdoor trash bins because they were being used for household waste, not just rubbish from customers. So instead of having a bin everywhere, the system often pushes responsibility back toward the individual, and this is where Japan's approach gets interesting. The country didn't simply remove trash cans and magically become clean. The habits came first. The lack of bins simply makes those habits more visible. So, does Japan really have no trash cans? No, they're there. They're just not everywhere, and that's the important distinction. Japan's streets aren't clean because the country discovered some magical alternative to garbage bins. They're clean because millions of people have learned to take responsibility for what they leave behind. From schools to recycling systems, those habits are reinforced over and over again, and perhaps that's the real lesson. A clean city doesn't begin with more trash cans. It begins with what people do when there isn't one. So the next time you're in Japan and you're carrying a wrapper with nowhere to throw it, maybe that's exactly the point.